Hello and welcome back to Scrolls. We have had an amazing patch come out. Not that you can tell from this. As you can see, I've been storing up my gold specifically for this patch. It's not true. They increased the cost of everything by 10 times? Yes, 10 times. So now instead of costing 10 gold for a scroll, it costs 100, which is fine because they also increased the rate at which you get gold. Or at least they meant to. They didn't yesterday, now they have. It's fixed. So this is the patch. It is 0.82 currently, because we've had a couple of iterations to fix stuff. So now I'm going to head into the store and show you all the changes we have. The Just For You selection. This is a selection of scrolls that are determined for each player somehow. Whether they're still random and it's just that only you are able to purchase these specific ones per week is fine. If you buy one, it comes up with sold out and you cannot buy it again until the reset after a week. Now, under random scrolls, we have the random scroll, which can be any scroll from any set, a random cheap scroll from a random faction, a cheap and easy way to boost your collection. Scroll pack, which is 10 scrolls picked randomly from all factions. You're guaranteed to get 2 uncommons and 1 rare in this pack. Lucky you. An order scroll, which is 1 scroll picked randomly from the order faction. Then the growth version, and then the energy version. Now, in-game, they have updated the symbols for your growth scrolls, your energy scrolls, and your order scrolls to look like this. However, in the store, that update has not yet come across. So that'll take some time. Same for the pre-constructed decks, and soon you will have to pick one pre-constructed deck when you finish the tutorial. That is how that is going to work, and currently they cost $4,000 because you can rebuy them to get another set of everything in here. So you're guaranteed a Royal Vanguard, you're guaranteed an Honourable General, you're guaranteed a Waking Stone. So that's why that costs so much. Probably better value than buying random scrolls, to be fair. Now, I saved up a bunch of gold specifically so that I can do this. Ragged Wolf, meh. Tick Bomb, cool. That's especially useful now with the new clock library needing to be dealt with. Gravelock Outcast, fair enough. Sadly, I have all of these, but still some good scrolls. Ducal Spearman, Inferno Blast, Vitality Well, and Ether Pump. Then Blind Range, and the rare, Thunder Surge. That is how the booster packs go. My Ether Pump was my uncommon, my Blind Rage was my uncommon, and Thunder Surge was my rare. All the rest were commons. Personally, I'd like to be able to sell them from this bar here. That would be quite nice. But this is a new system. It's already super fancy, so I'm happy with how it looks at the moment. Now, if we go back to a different page and then return to the store... Oh, didn't work that time. Try again. We get a different dealer. Excuse me. And this little fellow is probably my favourite. There's also a Mopey Lady, who we all know and love. And there she is. Mopey Lady. Why so sad? Oh, I'm cycling between the same two repeatedly. Come on. Well, this is exciting. Oh, Mopey Lady. Why are you so persistent? Ah, there we go. That's the third one that comes up. Another change, if I go to profile, there's new avatars. So we have the old set, which are your previous versions, all the same as last time, no updates here, but if you change set, you get the much better looking ones in all the females. So now we have a male set and a female set. Male set is nowhere near as good as the female set. The female set is spectacular. And, I mean, they have an axe. Best we have is a scroll. They have an axe. So these are just the other... These are the female avatars, and they're pretty cool. So, be jealous, because I am. I think I'll stick with that one. Save. So those are the updates to the UI and stuff, including this. Now, as for new scrolls, let me just hunt them down. We've got Bombard, which we have known about for a while. We've got Clock Library, which we've known about for a while. We have Concentrate Fire, another one we had spoiled a way back. Divine Mark is a new one that we have not yet had spoiled. Continue to scroll. We have, which one would be next? Oh, Imperial Resources, which we have known about that one for a while. That's the big rare of the set, I think. Machination Mindset. This one, Blinky and Tin Fox guessed perfectly in the first scroll show. They got it exactly right. Here's Metal Heart, which was revealed on the second scroll show. Here's Mangonel, which was revealed a while back. There are 11 new scrolls in this update total, and I'm just going to zip through and try and grab them all. There's Tool Initiate. This one's a new one that was previously unannounced until the patch came out. Vator of the Wild, that's one we found out about a long time ago and everyone was really excited about. Wildling, this is a new one that no one knew about. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, 3 from Order, Divine Mark, Imperial Resources, and Mangonel. 6 from Energy, Wild Heart, Machination Mindset, Concentrate Fire, Clock Library, Bombard, and Tool Initiate. Did I say Metal Heart? I think it did. And then 2 from Growth with the Wildling and the Vator of the Wild. So I think I've moused over them enough to give you a good view at all of the in-game icons, but I'm just running over them one more time so you can see. Now, I'll probably do a couple of videos per scroll, maybe I'll do a couple of scrolls at once, but let's run over what they do. Bombard, all units with ranged or lobber attack get their countdown set to 0. This includes your opponents, so might be a card that gets sacrificed quite a lot in mirror matchups. Clock Library, when Clock Library's countdown becomes 0, Clock Library is sacrificed and you draw 3 scrolls. That's amazing with Overdrive, because you just put 2 mana on it and it's gone instantly. Plus, it's a 5 health wall, if you want to use it for that, which is not a bad thing at all. Concentrate Fire, target unit with ranged or lobber will make an extra attack after its next turn. I've seen this used once. It killed off my Gravelock Elder that otherwise would not have died, so it can be good in certain situations, maybe a one-of in most decks. Divine Mark, when enchanted creature is destroyed, it is returned to its owner's hand. If it was killed by damage from another unit, that unit is also returned to its owner's hand. That's ridiculous. We have seen already a ton of abuse of this scroll, and it came out yesterday. Just putting it on a Kinvoke Veteran or a Sister of the Fox, or just putting it on anything and having someone else's best unit attack into it and be returned to their hand is just silly, especially when it's a Great Wolf with the Relentless attacking into a creature that sends it back to its hand. If the Relentless hits him once, kills him, they both return. That extra damage is wasted. Imperial Resources, draw 2 scrolls, your idols are healed by 1, or your units are healed by 1, and increase order by 1. Another one that turns out is incredibly good, because you play it once, and you draw another Imperial Resources. You sacrifice the resources on turn 7, you're up to 8, you play another Imperial Resources, you're up to 9 for turn 7. That card is silly very quickly, and because it gets you the draw power, you end up with a ton of creatures you can just throw out. So, amazing way to recover from a Quake now. Machination Mindset, enchanted melee creature becomes relentless. Now there's no classification as to what is a melee creature, but basically anything without lobber or ranged attack. Currently we haven't found a use for this yet, not that I can think of. All the creatures that need relentless have relentless, all the creatures that would do well with it are actually ranged, so it doesn't really help out there, so the only thing I can think of putting it on is maybe a Copper Automaton and having it smash a bunch of people, but it sacrifices itself after its first attack, so is relentless even a thing in that? So I don't know. But it's there. Maybe someone will find a use for it, but I haven't been able to think of any yet. Metal Heart. Target creature gains attack equal to the number of structures you control until end of turn. That is cool, because you cast it, creature gets a buff from every structure you play, and it swings. So that works well when you've got Gravelock surrounded by all of your energy structures. Mangonel. This is Artillery. It is a 3/3/2. It is a lobber. And when Mangonel comes into play, all Mangonels have their countdown set to the lowest countdown of any Mangonel you control. I've used Mangonels in decks, I've never had that second ability be useful yet. So, that could change, but I don't know. Tool Initiate. Creature, human. He's a 2/2/3. When tool initiate's countdown is 0, you may increase its countdown by 1 to increase target structure's attack by 1 permanently. This one is ridiculous, because if you have a destroyer attacks every turn, he buffs it every turn. It just gets out of hand very quickly, and that destroyer becomes very important, and it could see a potential future where everyone ignores tactics with Tim Fox and just place a destroyer where it'll hit the most stuff, and then buff it to crush everything on the board. Vader of the Wild. When Vader of the Wild comes into play, increase growth by 1. When Vader of the Wild leaves play, decrease growth by 1. You do not get to spend that growth until the turn after Vader of the Wild has entered the field. Vader of the Wild only has 1 health. It dies to everything. Good luck using that 1 growth. Sadly, we haven't yet had a perfect hand where we've gone turn 1 Ragged Dwarf, turn 2 Vader of the Wild, turn 3 Fertile Soil. It hasn't yet occurred, but sadly we haven't seen the amazing success we expected to get from Vader of the Wild. Which is kind of disappointing. I think maybe it still needs some playtesting, like everything in this deck, in this patch does. But Vader of the Wild appears to be the major disappointment so far, just due to people not really finding a place to use it well. Wildling. 014, my favourite creature of the patch well, my favourite scroll of the patch, just because it's fun. It's unique. When a creature is summoned adjacent to Wildling, Wildling is dealt 1 damage and its attack is increased by 1. So, play 2 creatures next to a Wildling and you have yourself a Kinfolk Brave. Heal it, and then play 2 more, then you've got an overpowered Kinfolk Brave. It's pretty nice. Especially like it with Blood Boil, because that way, play 1 creature next to it, it increases its attack by 2. Which is very nice. What I want to do, I've made a deck specifically designed around the Wildling. What I want to try is a deck built, not, I want to try and build a deck where the Wildling comes into play and is just part of the game as opposed to being the main centerpiece. That's what I want to try. I'm going to hop into a game now to show off some of the UI features that have changed in the actual game itself. I'm going to use my Go Wolves deck that I've been pruning for a while and trying to get to a good place to become a dominant deck. It's not happening yet, and it still needs some work, but it's getting there. I've decided now, I'm going to do a mono order video, a mono growth video, and a mono energy video to show off all of these new scrolls. Machination Mindset may be one that doesn't make it in just because I don't think it has any use ever. But we shall see. So, let's hop into a game against the hard AI. Oh. Okay, stuff's been happening while I was gone. Well, okay, I'm going to hop into a quick match, I'm going to hop into the game against the hard AI, and I'm going to use my Go Wolves. Go Wolves! As you can see, everything is different. Up at the top, we've got this awesome nameplate with the timer and the round. We've got our egg timer down here, we've got our opponent's cards in hands down here, and their resource here. It's so much more polished. Right, I'm going to get rid of that for growth. Oh, everything is now controlled on the left click, which takes a while to get used to. If you want to sacrifice something, you click on it, select sacrifice. It's smart, it doesn't give you the option to sacrifice when you can't sacrifice. It is a good chunk of UI. It's very simple and obviously designed for a touchpad, which is coming, so not sure when it's coming, but it's coming, so that's why these changes have been made. The hand has been laid out much easier to see instead of having them always fanned on each other. They can become fanned if you draw that much stuff, you crazy person. Blinky. But it's not an obtrusive fan, they just overlap slightly at one side, so you can always see what every card is much clearer than you could previously. Also, if you want to look at a card, you have to wait until your turn. Oh no, wait, I should have clicked on it. Yeah, you click on it, and then click the magnifying glass. That's how you get it up. Which is nice. It's nice and handy. It means that it doesn't always pop up in your face all the time. That Sister of the Fox is doomed. So you can stand over here and not be doomed. Haha. I think the Eternal Statues were a mistake to add to this deck because they dilute the summons potential. Right, so as you can see, the UI in-game is completely different now. It has this lightish goldish tone to it now, as opposed to the previous one, which was a lot darker brown in colour. Now, I don't know if I will, but if I take damage to an idol this turn, pay attention to my avatar. And if I deal damage to his idols, pay attention to his avatar. It probably won't happen, but it might. Wow, I'm getting steamrolled in this game. So, let's see. I want to grab out the Kinfolk Veteran and kill off that general. And I'm just going to do this just so I can show you the damage to the idol. How that's changed, right? So, watch. Boosh. It just flashes red, which is a really neat addition to just the general UI. Makes it look much more interesting when someone gets punched in the face. Kinda looks like they've actually been punched in the face. So I can dream of Blinky being punched in the face. It's now a reality. Yay! I should focus on playing, so I'm going to get steamrolled if I continue with this, but I don't want to continue with this match because it would take up the entire video, so I'm going to drop out. Yeah, I'm a wuss, I was going to lose that, whatever. Surrender is still the same. But in the defeat menu, we now have this stuff. Very neat display of both avatars. It now says leave match instead of restart, which is great. And you still get your match reward, your completion reward, your idol reward, and your total reward. Because I did very badly in that game and surrendered pretty quick, I get basically nothing. And that basically nothing is much less than it used to be. So, leave match. So, yeah, I got 2 gold. Just to put that into perspective, in this, a rare costs $1,000. 2 gold would take a while to get to that rare. Now, this is a new addition, the challenges. I'm going to hop into, well, let's do a barrage of bunnies. When rummaging through a junkyard for a contraption, you spot a cute bunny perched on high. Cute little devil, you think to yourself, as an army of long-eared beasts descends and begins munching your ankles with vigour. Next, you spot a caller gloating. He's an odd-looking chap with an elaborate carrot-lined coat. Tonight you will eat stew! Not literally. Alright, yeah, this is a challenge now, where the AI start off with a bunch of stuff that makes me go, ah. Ready? Ah! Look at that! I'm gonna have to deal with all that. So, AI start off with some differences. They have a different deck built, so more stuff will come out. Not sure if they're limited to the same restrictions as a normal deck, but I think they are. They appear to have been so far. And as you can see, I'm going to get punched in the face by a bunch of bunnies now. Bunny power! Woof. Woof. This is one of the more fun challenges so far. Some of them are pretty tough. Some of them are very, very intensive challenges. I don't want my Ragdoll to die to a Crimson Ball, but if it does, it will. Oh. Ow. Bless me. That hurt. Oh, wow. Okay. Enter with the nice new spin animation. Oh dear. Oh, okay. So the AI has been doing some annoying combat tricks with the new scroll. Well, I say new, it's new to them. The desperation. They keep playing it on my creatures with 1 health to kill them so they can hit for victory. And so who taught them that, but didn't teach them that a structure can't attack if it's a wall? Oh, whoa, token structure. Oh, that's new. Yeah, so tokens now come with the token tag on their name. I didn't know that these were token creatures. So there you go. That's the more that you know. Yeah. That's interesting. Now, should I try and quake immediately? Probably not. I'm probably better off doing it this way. Now, different challenges have different degrees of difficulty. There previously was a bug where you couldn't replay a challenge that you had already done, just because they didn't want you, spamming a bunch of gold off of it, which makes sense, but I believe they fixed it so that you can still replay it without getting the gold from it, I think. Or at least they should have. I'm not sure if they actually have, but they were going to, so I'm not sure. Quake, clear the board, and now it's just a match. That's all this is now. That's downside of playing some of the challenges. They are easily undone with a Quake. The Mega Ogre challenge is pretty good because they have a bunch of, like, 10 health, useless contraptions across the front, which is really scary to face down, and then all the other stuff they pull out. It gets a bit silly pretty quick. Right, I'm going to Divine Mark that, just to make sure that if it dies it comes back to my hand. Could use that on the Sister Fox to exploit the extra draw, but I'm not gonna because I'd rather get a Great Wolf. So now the AI is bringing its bunnies into the play, which is interesting. I don't know if I'm afraid or not, but it's certainly interesting. I'm just going to play down this Great Wolf, get it set so that I can get a good swing in next time, and get down this Kinfolk Brave. So some of the challenges are very challenging. Oh, Rumble. Rumble's a fun scroll, just because it just throws everything all over the place. Right, do I want a Crimson Bull here? I don't really. Let's get rid of Fertile Soil. Slide that back. Oh, I can't slide that back. I've already moved it, haven't I? Well, 4 damage kills that. So I'm going to throw the Kinfolk Veteran down here. I should have slid them around. That was a mistake. Cast that. Oh, I couldn't anyway, could I? Because you've moved. That's why I didn't do it. And, yeah. So this is... I think it was an easy challenge, wasn't it? So, that's why I'm doing pretty well. Because it's an easy challenge, because you can Quake, and it's done. You win at that point. Now, overall, I am very happy with the patch. I've gotten used to the new UI stuff that did give me some trouble to begin with, because I'm like, wait, if I do that, it does what? Oh, what? But I'm happy, I've gotten used to it. I still wish there was a toggle for this besides the way that I have to do it. But it's a good patch, I'm glad we got it. It's been a long time coming, so it's good to sit out there, and I win. So that was an easy challenge. Some of them are really hard, some of them really aren't. Some of them have things like Waking Stones to begin with, and then they play more Waking Stones, and oh wow, it gets really silly really quick. But that one wasn't too bad, and so, yeah, I got 250 gold for it being a challenge, 30 gold for killing the idols, 20 gold for completion, 7 gold for victory. Which gave me a total of 307 gold from that match. Much better than 2 from the previous match. So, that's very cool. Let's head off to the store and just show some of these scrolls. I'll buy an Auto Scroll, which is a Crossbowman, and an Energy Scroll, which is a Plating. So there you go. Now to sell, we have this checklist system, where you check off everything you want to sell, and they get sold. I do wish it was already on the side of this thing, just because that would make it much, much easier to get rid of everything. But it does not appear that well, no, it's not the case. Don't know if they'll change it. I would like to go tick, tick, sell, sell. And get rid of both of them, because I don't need them, I'm not going to keep them. They're not highly sought after or anything, so... Let's get rid of a bunch of stuff. What was the rare I got before? It was... Oh, I'll keep that because I borrowed a bunch of them. The rare I got before was a Thunder Surge, wasn't it? So I'll sell that. Thunder Surge, Thunder Surge. So I'll get rid of one of them. I'll hang on to that. Okay, pretty sure. Whoa. Okay, I don't need all of them. Nor do I need all of them. I may keep them. Some rares are rare, and they're highly sought after, so it's always worth keeping them. Especially when I'm not sure if they're all mine. That's a very important reason to keep them. I'm happy with the face-up purchasing options now, so let's just sell that and I get 850 gold. Nice. Different, I don't know if it's different per scroll or whether it's just based on its rarity. I meant to click buy, that's what I did wrong. But yeah, these are cool. Sadly, none of them really appeal to me because I've got all the shrines I need. I don't ever want End of Reason. I've got all my Sinmark Zealots. I had all my main jewels anyway. I just bought it to see what happened. And Spark is not something I'm particularly looking for. Let's buy just a bunch of random scrolls, see what I get. Gravelock Elder. Right. Sell. I wish there was some sorting with this now, because it's getting to the point where it's hurting my hand to scroll through it all. Gravelock Elder. First world problems, right? Scrolling through my massive collection of scrolls. YOLO. Right, let's buy a booster pack then. Buy! We got a plating. We got a vitality well. Proxy Church. Gatto Goo. Woodland Memorial. Junkyard. Right, are we up to uncommons yet? Not yet. Oh. That's an uncommon. That's an uncommon. Is that? Yep. And Essence Feast. Right, this is good because they've changed Essence Feast. Essence Feast is now pretty good. For each unit you control, heal your idol on the same row by 1. That's the old Essence Feast that we all know and love. Beast creatures deal double damage to idols this turn. What? Yeah, so if I attack with my 7/7 Great Wolf, I can destroy any idol without having to worry. Now, if I just show you the definition of a beast creature, bunnies are beast creatures, so they can do double damage. Wolves are beast creatures. The Kinfolk Braves are not. The Sister of the Fox is not. The Vater is a Vater. The Frostbeard is a human kinfolk. Mange Wolf is a beast wolf. That is just a human beast wolf, human kinfolk. So there aren't a lot of beast wolves that fits into a very specific deck, and I would use it in my Go Wolves deck had it not, crashed like it did on stream. I dealt double damage to an idol, it came up as single damage, and it just went, no, what's going on? Stop mid-attack, so that's why I'm not continuing with that. So there you have it. These are the things that have changed in the patch. I will be doing my mono order, mono growth, mono energy videos to show off the new scroll shortly. I hope you enjoyed either the streams or actually being in the patch or this video. Hope you enjoy one of those three because I aim to please. Put a lot of work into those streams, they're really exhausting. And I'll probably link that in the description just so people know where that is, and if you follow my Twitter you'll know when they're about to go live. So, that's the new patch. It's pretty sweet, it's been a long time coming, and it's absolutely worth it. So, thank you to Jacob and Carnlizer and Muns and Bomboy and Poi Poi and everyone. I'm trying to look out if I've missed anyone. Don't think I have. Thank you to everyone who's been working on scrolls and bringing this patch to existence. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you shortly. Goodbye.